Good morning, everyone. So this is day 3 of our camping adventure, and it's pretty cold. It's in the 50s, which we didn't think it was going to be quite that cold. Um, and remember, we have Phoenix blood, so we get cold easy. But it's in the 50s. So basically, I just put on a pair of socks. I had to put on a pair of pants over my leggings, and then a sweatshirt over my shirt. And I just slept like that in my sleeping bag. um, I slept pretty good, surprisingly. It was definitely very quiet, like so quiet it was deafening. But I did okay because I had the night light on. So we're gonna make breakfast. We do have a campfire going this morning because it's cold. And I'm probably gonna start cooking in the next 10 minutes. We chose last night the cinnamon apple cereal, which looks like it's going to be basically like apple cinnamon oatmeal with there's freeze dried apples that we're going to add into it that I assume will cook up pretty good with that hot water. And we're going to have some apples and cinnamon oatmeals for breakfast from the Ready Wise emergency food kit. Now, one thing we wanted to tell you guys and forewarn you about the emergency food. Um, let's talk about this. Both of us kind of feel like we're a little gassy. And we think it's from the food. But I mean, it's not bad. It doesn't taste bad. Just be prepared that you might blow some wind. Right? Um, we didn't hear any coyotes last night. We didn't hear any deer walking around. Nothing. It was just so quiet. I did wake up about 2 o'clock in the morning to go to the bathroom, and then I looked up and you could see like crazy amount of stars. It was really, really pretty. So this spot, just so you are aware, is BLM land. We paid nothing to camp here. And we did see, what, 2 or 3 trucks pull up? 2. Okay, pull up and go all the way to the end of the road where it meets the gate that leads into the back end of the park that's locked. And then they just turned around and went back down. So I don't know if they were just kind of exploring or if they're going to be down the road parked somewhere when we leave. But we were the only one in this section of the camping area. It's all primitive. There are no restrooms. There's handmade fire rings here and there. So be prepared for that if you decide to come up here and camp for free at Whiteman Bench. That's where we have been tonight, or last night, I mean. Definitely a good choice. I really do. I think it was a good choice. But we'll see you guys back in a few when we have breakfast ready. Okay, one thing I wanted to show you guys is that there is a bag of freeze-dried apples that we're going to add into this. So I just wanted to show you guys what it looked like. Now, the ReadyWise box does come with 2 packets of this same cereal. So I assume that these are meant to go with it because we can't find any directions related to the apples inside the box. So we're going to add those into the oatmeal cereal and hope they cook up well together. So in just a sec, you'll be able to take a look at what it looks like fully cooked. So this is what the final product looks like after it's been cooked. I'm going to say it smells really good. And I'm hoping my rude little bee friend doesn't come back and try and have some of this, because that's the only negative thing about this spot, is that there's some angry bees that just want to be all up in your business whatever you're doing. They didn't sting us or anything. They're just very curious. So I'm going to flip the camera around and we're going to taste test this. All right, guys, it really does smell good. So let's see. Hot? No, it's not hot. It's good. It's thoroughly cooked. The apples are cooked, so I assume that I was correct, that yes, the apples were supposed to go in it. It wasn't just flavor. Really? I'd give this one a 5 out of 5. What about you?
Yep.
Yeah, he'd agree. This is probably the best tasting meal so far that we've had. It's like true legit. Good quality, considering what it is, you know? Yeah. I'm gonna turn the camera off and I'm gonna eat this. 5 out of 5. Good job, Ready Wise. The apples cinnamon hot cereal. All right. So next time we see you, we're gonna be in Bryce Canyon Park and show you what's there. See you in a bit. So this is what the road is like going up to Whiteman Bench. So I wanted to show you guys what you would be traveling on if you decided to come up here. We have rock waves up here. We see vans, trucks, all make it up here just fine. But I want to make sure that everybody's fully aware of what they're getting into if they come to this particular location. Sorry, it's so fancy. All right.
Obligatory selfie. Okay.
No, I'm pushing him back in.
Oh.
So sorry. She's blowing bubbles.
All right, let's get hiking. All right, so down below is called Wall Street, and they call it that because there are two big walls. It's almost like a slot canyon, and you can hike way down there and way down into the darkness down there, where it's very, very shady and I'm sure very, very cool and nice. But getting back up, yeah, let's look at that. As you can see, this trail that winds all around. Laura's probably not going to do that. But we are going to go do the Navajo Loop and then the Queen Victoria Loop. So we'll take you along. So this is a nice little viewpoint. We just came down this little area here on the Navajo Loop trail. I assume that it's going to circle back around so that we come onto this trail here. We'll find out, but I just wanted to show you guys this beautiful view. So these rock formations are called hoodoos. Basically, it's just thousands of years of erosion of water in this canyon. They created this. Look how beautiful that is. All right, guys, we're gonna keep going. So what you're looking at is a trail counter. So this basically is a motion sensor, and it counts how many people cross the path. And then on the other side, they count how many people come out. So that all people are accounted for, which is really neat. Oh shoot, man, hold on, let me brace myself and I'll looking back up the trail for you. Pretty. The sky looks extra blue when you're looking through the red rocks. This area right here is called Two Bridges, and you can see why. There's 1 and 2 rock formations that look like little bridges. So this is just a little shaded cove that just comes right off the trail. It's a good place to take a rest if you need to. There's this tree that makes for a good bench. Yeah, look at this. Right there, you could just sit and chill out. But we're gonna keep going, and we'll be back when we see something cool. Okay, I'm out of breath. For the very top one right here is supposed to be the one that looks like Queen Victoria's silhouette. Like you're, okay, I'm really out of breath. The top is supposed to be her head with a crown, and then you can see her shoulders, like she's clasping her hands in front of her, and then her dress flowing beneath her. So this is the Queen's Garden. I think I called it the Queen Victoria Loop, which was wrong. It's the Queen's Garden Loop, but I'll show you right there. See how the rock looks like her kind of there? So if you get a chance to see this one, it's about 100 yards off of the trail. Whew. All right, we have to climb back up to Sunset. Is it Sunset Point? Sunset Point, here we go. We're taking another breather on the ascent up. And I just wanted to give you guys a view of what we're looking at. If you ever decide to do the full loop, definitely start from the Navajo side, the Navajo Trail side, versus the Queen's Garden side, because the Navajo side is harder. It's much harder than this side. So this is easier when you're hot and tired to go up than it is the opposite side. Yeah, I know. So we're not that far from the top. We're almost there. All right, we survived. I am whooped. Oh my God, you guys. Was it worth it? Yeah. So we started about 10 a.m. and it's about 12:30 now. We did the full loop of the Navajo Trail and the Queen's Garden Trail. They're both loops, but you can also make it a greater loop and go, you know, both basically. You go in on one side of the canyon, you go all the way down to the bottom of the canyon, and you come up the other side. So we just, I'm out of breath still. Dang, I'm glad I did that though while I'm still able to, and you know, not older and more broken. Amazing views, amazing people on the trail. I must have had 8 people that stopped me and said, "Hey, I love your shirt." And same thing with Rob, because he had a "I survived the coronavirus" shirt on. Nice people, you know, everybody was polite and, you know, taking photos and videos and things like that, and, you know, giving directions to other people on where things were. Like, everybody was really, really nice. It was absolutely gorgeous. It's hot. What's the temperature? That's not 74. Right. That's not right. It's not 74. Yeah. There's no way.
74.
There's no way.
That's ambient temperature. That's 74.
It's probably the only reason why I made it through. Because some of those switchbacks coming up are very similar to, if you go back at like a couple videos to where I took you guys to that measurement historical marker in Avondale, Arizona, and I got overheated on the mountain. That's very much the same scenario. So we had to stop on the way up probably a dozen times for me, just to catch my breath and to cool off for a minute. And then, okay, next section of switchbacks. Okay, take a break. Next section of switchbacks. Okay, so it was moderate, I would say, because of the rockiness. Difficult because you're going up in those switchbacks. I mean, it's an incline. It really is. So be prepared, you know, in the super, super rocky areas. If you're not stable, use hiking poles. Make sure you have good shoes on. You know, there's some people on that trail with no water. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, bring something, okay? But it was amazing. We're leaving Bryce Canyon now, and we are saying goodbye to our 3-day little camping adventure. We are headed to Las Vegas, Nevada right now. We have a room waiting for us at New York, New York. I got a good deal on that through Groupon. And we're gonna literally go shower, get some food, cool off, sleep, and then we're gonna head home tomorrow. And then on the way home, we'll probably do a couple videos, because we're gonna review the best gas station hot dog you'll ever have between Phoenix and Las Vegas, Nevada. So stay tuned for those videos, and thanks for joining us on this little adventure, guys. I'm glad I could make this video for you all and show you, you know, what everything's like around here, in case you too were thinking about coming out here and not sure what to do or where to stay, or where to camp for free. So until next time, peace out.